Impact Magazine captures the integral moments that catapulted these phenomenal individuals to walk in their purpose.
My name is Lolita Munir. I am the owner and operator of Sterling Optical in Temple Hills, Maryland. I began my optical career 25 years ago. It was just fulfilling to me. It was something that I knew I was destined to do. In 1993, being a young mother of 2 young boys, needing to put them through school, I needed a second job. I stumbled across a company that was looking for someone to just answer the phones. It's not what I wanted to do, but I did it. They were paying $4.37 an hour, $174.80 a week. I'll never forget it. Within 3 months, they made me a manager. I was motivated. I was determined. I saw that there was a need. I didn't feel like this company that I was working for fulfilled the need of the community. It was more like an eyeglass mill, if you will. People were just coming in and out purchasing glasses. No one was talking about the health disparities amongst African American people in taking care of their eyes. No one was teaching them about eye health and the importance. I felt that I had to do more. So that was my motivation to learn the industry rapidly. That was my determination to grow within the company, and I did so. I became the owner of Sterling Optical kind of by fault. It was a blessing. I worked for the company that I started with in 1993 for over 15 years, and one day they let me go. Didn't understand. Why would you let me go? Why would you fire me? But what I later learned that had I had stayed there, I would still be there building someone else's dream. The best thing they could have done was fire me, let me go. I stepped out on faith. I started doing my homework, looking for other optical jobs. I said, you know what? Enough is enough. It's time for me to own mine, make my dream come true. What I did was I started looking to purchase and stop putting in applications. I found a company, Emerging Vision, who was selling a location in Gaithersburg, Maryland. I reached out to them, asked them what was the qualifications. I had no idea what I was about to embark upon, but it was God's plan. 11 years later, I'm still here, standing strong. Best decision I ever made was to open my own, make my own dream come true, give back to the community, and be a pillar in the community. I've made several accomplishments within my business. First, I had 5 locations, of which I've sold them all. I am on my last business, my last location, I should say. And having my last location, this is my baby. And it's my baby because the community needs me. I do a lot within the community. I have several programs. One of the programs that I have is called Tent for Toys. With the Tent for Toys program, what I do is I tent people's glasses in exchange for toys. And then when Christmas comes, I just flood the churches with toys for the children because we're in an underserved community. Thanksgiving, we donate food baskets to the families, the less fortunate. And right now, like with everything going on in the pandemic, everyone was taking care of the first responders. Starbucks was giving away coffee. Everybody took care of the first responders. At the end of the day, I'm a mother first, and I'm looking at the children being taught virtually. So I'm thinking, what about the children? I immediately got to thinking, what can I do? Because I know with the children, 9 times out of 10 when children come home, they're on their video game, they're on their cell phones, they're texting their friends, they're on social media, etc. Then they go to school now from home and they're on their iPads, their computers. All of this prolonged use of the computer just isn't good for their eyes. I knew I needed to do something. So I set out a campaign. My goal was to be able to donate 5,000 pairs of glasses to children in underserved communities, computer blue lit filter glasses for the children in the community so that it helps with the eye strain, so that they don't suffer with computer vision syndrome. I wasn't able to do the 5,000, but I was able to do 1,500. Right now, we're donating 1,500 pairs of glasses to children throughout our community who's being taught virtually. That's a huge accomplishment for me. It is important for me to give back because that's the community that I eat from. You know, without them, there's no us. My team and I, we can't do it without them. It is imperative that I make sure that the community is taken care of. I stand on my name, I stand on my brand, I love my community. And although I'm not from Prince George's County, Maryland, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, it's still my duty. I have the due diligence to take care of the people who take care of us. The advice that I would give to someone looking to be in an optical business or any business, don't give up. Do it. Faith and fear doesn't live in the same household. If you have it, do it. If you feel it, you can touch it, you know it, do it. When I started my business, I knew nothing about business. I knew the optical industry inside and out, but I didn't know business. I learned through trial and error, bumps and bruises, but I learned. I continued my education. I never looked back. Best thing I could have done was lost my job.
You know, I think just my fans, being able to have fans that appreciate it and get the word out and continue to promote Anthony Hamilton, created a bigger fan base. I think my passion and the love I have for music and the stories I tell, people would gravitate toward it and feeling like it was a part of them. And I think, and as a result of being consistent and putting out good music and doing great shows, I think that opened up the gates for album sales and record sales and touring and things of that nature. And I think it was a group effort to get to this place. But I'm honored. I think it's passion. I think it's passion that I've had from a child. Passion, things that I saw growing up. I know that if I didn't create a lifestyle that could get me out of certain things that I've experienced that wasn't so nice, that, you know, I could too be a product of my environment. So that, along with the passion for music, propels you to, you know, to get up out of there and keep going forward and creating a new life. Yeah, creating a new environment for me and my kids. Giving up is so hard to do when you really love someone. You know, when you dream as a child of being, you know, recognized for doing music or having this record deal, and you get signed to a major, that in itself is enough motivation to continue to believe that you can get there. Coming from a small city and small place like Charlotte, North Carolina, who had no real connection to music at that moment, outside of Jodeci. You know, it's really it is like dreaming. It's like reaching for something that I may not be able to touch, but the fact that I was able to get signed to a major and have more than one major interested in me, it was just enough to keep me from giving up right before I felt like I can't take it again. I can't take anymore. I can't take another slap or another falling record deal. It was enough to be able to identify that I still had something special and that these major labels were seeing something in me. It just wasn't my turn yet. So I just stayed the course, and I think most people give up right before the door opened. I just stayed, and I guess I was hungry enough to wait and see if it was gonna open for me. You know, being the first artist to sell music through Cracker Barrel, you know, it was different. I felt like my people frequent, you know, Cracker Barrel. You know, it's a Sunday place to meet, and I felt like, you know, it was good to take the music to the people. Not only that, I've been a big fan of country music, and Cracker Barrel, they house a lot of country being a part of Josh Turner, who's a country artist, did a duet with him called Nowhere Fast, John Richmond, Big and Rich. So being housed in a place where it's noted for having some amazing country artists and blues, I felt like it was a good look for me. It was opening up the gate for black artists and a whole different way of getting to the people. And it's a good way to get a discount on a good meal. So yeah, they got some good pancakes and the fish be bomb. I'm known for taking heartbreak and turning it into a blessing. I've been on both sides. I've hurt some people and I've been hurt, and you can't stay there. So it's just me allowing people to know that even though you've been hurt, or you've hurt people, that's not exactly who you are. We all go through things, and we have challenges, and love it ain't easy. There's a side to it that's beautiful, and if we do the work and stand by each other and know where we were wrong, we can learn from it and get to the other side where it's beautiful. Or you make love and drink wine all day. And praise the Lord afterwards. The key components that my music has to have, one would be truth. Two would be soul. The most soulful bass line. The soulful bass line creates a way for the guitar to sit down and have a conversation with the bass. And I just come in and enhance the conversation. And great lyrics is very important. Melody is very important. Having something that people can identify with. Life in the music is very important.
What's up?
Happiness is on my street.
What's up, ATL?
Oh, on the boulevard for all of my peace. Happiness is on my street. Oh, I'm talking about happiness. It's on my street. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Do you?
Happiness can't hold his bass up.
You know what, family? For me, it's like your own team, your own cheering squad, your own, your own energy station, place where you go to rebuild, to refill. The filler station, this gas station is called filler stations. So it's almost like having your own. And family are people that will let you know when you're out of place. They will let you know when you're doing well. And just having that support, knowing that somebody's there to pray for me and cover me. And all your family are not doing well. So having people that are not succeeding in life, you want to be an example. And you kind of want to get to a place where you can help bring people along with you. And your children, kids, uncles, and aunts, all those people, you want them to be proud of you.
How can we break the cycles? We're being pointed at by a rifle. Brothers shot down for no reason. Lord, where do we go? Can't go to church in peace no more. In the movie, someone might just go off. Jesus kind of crowd me from all my loss. Lord, where do we go?
Considering today's climate and the things that we're faced with, you have to let them know that even though we have a past, there's a future. There's things that like on the other side of all the turmoil that we go through and all the blatant disrespect and disregard for black and brown people. we can create a new narrative if we just stick to believing in who we are, investing in ourselves and in our communities. I let my kids know that, you know, even though someone may judge you, that's not who you are. You are exactly who God created you to be. And coming from a mighty God and an incredible creator, you are just that. You never let anyone take your joy. Never let anyone tell you you can't do something, you can't be something, or that you're not deserving. Do the work, respect yourself, and I think that's important. Have love for people, and you know, never hold your head down, but don't take nobody's mess either. Because I don't want no soft kids walking around. You better man up and stand for yours, but don't be ignorant. And just be the king you are. You're worthy of success. You're worthy of taking yourself to a place where, you know, you'll be celebrated for doing your job, your part, doing the work. It's not easy. It's not always easy. And the level of what you seek sometimes isn't exactly what's yours. I think the closer we get to what we dream of, I think there's a door that you never looked in that has something that's waiting for you that could bless you even more. So don't be afraid to go the journey. You know, reach for what you want, but don't be afraid to open that extra door that God has sitting there waiting on you, because you never know where your blessings truly are. And don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to fail. But just know that you don't have to stay there. You can do it, and you will do it.